Hello everyone, my name's Cliff and welcome back to my channel. This is Cliff's Dark Gems. Today it's New Year's Eve and I'm going to be doing the Ring in the New Year book tag. Now this book tag was created by Bookmark Chronicles and I was tagged by Bookstalgic and Big Hard Books and Classics. And this book tag is an excellent excuse for me to give all my channel plans for 2024, and yeah, it's going to be great. And watch out for the end because I'm going to give some great shoutouts as well. Stay tuned. Okay everyone, so let's get going with the tag. The first prompt is best book or series you read in 2023. Now, as you all know, I did a top 10 and that is The Terror by Dan Simmons. I'm not going to talk more about that. I'll just put the book up here so that you can have a look. And the second prompt is authors you've discovered this year that you want to read more from. Now there are so many authors of first books that I've read. I mentioned Toady in the last video, one of my top authors, but I'm going to concentrate on just a couple that really blew me away, and that is Chad Lutzke, and I read just recently Skullface Boy. I definitely want to read more from him in future, and I know that I've got two other Chad Lutzke novellas or novels on my Kindle, one of which I'm going to be reading next month, and you'll see that in my January TBR coming up soon. And then the second one is Christopher Triani, Gone to See the Riverman. I read two by him this year, and this was one of my favorites. Gone to See the Riverman, absolutely awesome, extreme horror novel, but just not as extreme as I was thinking it was going to be. It was just beautifully written, disturbing, very gripping, and I did a full review of that, so check that out on my channel as well. Yeah, that's Chad Lutzke and Christopher Triani. The third prompt is best book turned movie TV adaptation in 2023 or most anticipated adaptation from 2024. I have not watched hardly any TV this year, really not that much into miniseries or movies anymore that much. Every now and then I'll watch a horror movie, but yeah, I can't think of any off the tip of my tongue. I actually doubt that I've watched any. And if there's anything interesting coming up in 2024 I don't know about, if you know something that you think I might like, let me know in the comments down below. So yeah, that's prompt number 3. Prompt number 4 is, has your reading habits reading habits changed at all this year? And have you gotten into any new genres? Well, definitely, yeah. I've been reading a bit more science fiction, and there's some other, little bit of fantasy, a little bit of dark fantasy. So I have been kind of exploring other areas, and I am continuing to do that in the future. In 2024, what I want to do is slip in 1 or 2 non-horror books into my TBR each month, just so that I keep it fresh and keep changing things up a little bit. I know that it's a horror channel and it will remain a horror channel, but sometimes you need these little palate cleansers, especially if you read something very heavy. So I'm going to be doing that next year for sure. Prompt number 5 says, favorite ship. Okay, I have no idea what that means. Romantic or platonic of the year, or new favorite characters. Okay, so I'm gonna give you 2 recent characters that I absolutely fell in love with. But I fell in love with a lot of characters this year. I'm not going to list every single one of them. The first one is a book I've mentioned already, and that is a 16-year-old boy, Levi, with a skull face for a face, from the book Skullface Boy. Absolutely loved this character, and yeah, just you hear the story completely from his point of view and his weird and wonderful people that he meets on his journey, and yeah, I fell in love with this character. The second one is Nomi from Mexican Gothic. Such a strong female protagonist. I really enjoyed her. Brave, courageous, Yeah, she made a lot of the story for me, although it was a beautiful gothic tale. I really enjoyed her as a character. Okay, number 6. Have you started planning your TBR for 2024? And how many books do you hope to read? Now, I had to think long and hard about this, and I've reached my goal this year of 100 books. I've surpassed my goal, and I'm aiming to reach 130 books this year, or sorry, 2024. And the reason I say that is I'm determined to finish my challenge. And in order to finish my challenge before May, June, I've kind of said that I want to stop at the end of May. I'm going to have to read a lot of shorter books. And of course they count. I'm going to read a lot of novellas. And as you're going to see in my TBR, I'm going to even start picking up a little bit of, maybe reread some graphic novels I have. And just some short stuff. So I really want to reach that goal sooner rather than later. And if I do, then I've got a good head start on that goal of 130 books, which I'm going to put on Goodreads. And yeah, I think I should be able to make it. I'm also planning, even in the second half of the year, I'm enjoying my horror novellas. I used to read only really long stuff. So yeah, I should be able to reach 130 books for 2024. Number 7. Will you participate in any reading challenges or readathons? Yes, I will continue to participate in readathons and challenges. I will continue to buddy read with people. I will continue to do all that good stuff. However, I'm not going to let that affect my channel. The fact is that I'm going to be very careful that my channel is a horror channel. I speak horror. And in terms of my channel goals, I want to be able to forge ahead and do my thing and speak passionately about horror. And readathons that don't fit in with those goals, or just kind of take away from that, I'm not going to participate in. Not out of spite, or not out of being selfish, or not wanting to be friends with people, but just in the best interest of my channel, because that's what this is all about, isn't it? So I'll definitely be taking part in other stuff, but I'm going to be a little bit picky, and I'm going to be a little choosy, and I think that's okay. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, as long as it benefits me and my channel going forward, growing, and yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. Okay, and this 8th prompt is a exceptional prompt. It's what I really wanted to talk about, and it is, do you have any New Year's resolutions or goals, bookish, content related or otherwise, for 2024? And are we talking, yeah, New Year's resolutions? Now, I've actually written out quite a few things here. I'm going to read it and then talk about it before we make a finish to the video. First thing is, continue being passionate and enjoy producing content. Be happy in what I'm doing. I love it at the moment. I really enjoy it. And as long as I'm happy doing what I'm doing and passionate about it, then it's worth carrying on with it. If I'm not enjoying it, and like I say, if there's things that I'm doing that are not aligned with my channel and what I'm trying to create, then there's no point in doing it. You're not doing it for yourself. And yes, you're helping others and you're doing things for friendship and for relationships, which is important. But this is my channel. It's a horror channel. So I'm going to continue going for it and being passionate. Okay, next one. Yeah, this is important. Be myself. Be true to myself, and stop worrying or trying to please others, doing things for other people and not being true to yourself. I'm going to start being very strict with myself on that. I'm not worrying so much about everyone else and what everyone else is doing, but be true to my channel, be true to myself. So yeah. Next one, yeah, forge my own way. I've got ideas for this channel, things that I want to do in future. And yeah, I need to be able to forge my own way forward. And this will be for the betterment of my channel, for the betterment of my subscribers, hopefully, and for people watching the channel. Next thing up, yeah, the nature episodes, which I've started. Definitely want to continue those. I did hint at doing more in December, but this month has been crazy. I'm sure for a lot of you as well. And so I'm going to wait for things to settle in the new year, in January, just get things settled down, sort of sort my channel out, make plans, and then come in with a couple of nature videos. I feel like doing it on Wednesdays, doing Wicked Wild Wednesdays, and then do all my horror on the other days. So it doesn't replace the horror, and it's for those people that are passionate and want to watch. Next up, I'm going to definitely start a live show. I think I've taken part, I've been invited into a couple of live shows which I really enjoyed, and I will do so in future. But I think it's important that I start my own show, I'm thinking maybe on a Sunday, where I might interview indie authors or other booktubers, no matter what the size, I don't care. But just have great conversations with people and make it my own show. So yeah, I really want to do this next year. Then I also want to reread favourites. There's nothing wrong with doing a little bit of a reread of something you haven't read in a couple of years. I might pick out a couple of favourites and do a reread of them, do another, see if it works out the same way on the second read, and yeah, and do a nice review of the book that I've reread. And then, yeah, personal goals. I want to live healthier, exercise more, because you know what they say, healthy body, healthy mind. And in my case, healthy body is equal to healthy mind is equal to healthy channel, and perhaps a better channel. So yeah, I'm going to try and look after myself a bit better this next year as well. So that's a big resolution for me. Okay everyone, so now I'm going to give some shout outs to some of my favorite channels. I've actually got a list of 20 here, but what I'm going to do is I'm only going to do 5 today, and then like do a little bit of a series. These are channels that I watch a lot about. I watch a lot of content from these channels, and they work very hard on their channels, and I think they deserve more credit. These are not new channels, these are not brand new channels, and these are friends of mine that I found that I really enjoy on booktube, and yeah, I want to give them a bit of a shout out, and I want you to check them out. Okay, so here's the first 5. First of all, Farah from Bookstalgic, who actually tagged me in this particular thing. Yeah, she's got an awesome channel. It's just so warm, and it's just, when you watch it, where she lives, the nature is just gorgeous, and the bird life, and yeah, I just love watching her channel. Second of all, E.D. Lewis Reviews. I think he deserves a lot more credit for the work that he does. He loves horror, and he loves in particular gothic horror, Dracula, and I think he reads a lot of YA horror as well. But yeah, check him out. Then we got Matt from Bask in the Story. Yeah, he also deserves a bit more attention. I think he reads a little bit more classics, non-fiction. I'm not quite sure, but he's got a very diverse taste, but he's got a very good way about him, and so go check him out. And then Kat from Kat's Novel Adventures, one of my longest subscribers, someone who watched me right from the beginning and is still watching and commenting. I care about her and I care about her channel, and she deserves more. She does a lot of, what do you call them? Not readathons. Well, she does readathons, but she also does sprints, which I haven't got into at all. I just don't have the time to stay with the channel for 2 hours. I don't do that. But yeah, she needs a lot more attention. She deserves a lot more attention. Check out her channel, Kat's Novel Adventures. And then finally, Big L does booktube. And yeah, he talks all about different kinds of books. I know he likes a bit of horror as well, but he's an awesome channel and a great guy. Go check him out, you won't be disappointed. So those are the first 5, and yeah, as I say, I've got a lot more here, so don't feel too left out. I'm going to do these regularly, and then yeah, I will obviously try and bring in some new booktubers as well, because they deserve a shout out. But I thought for New Year's Eve just to mention a couple. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. Okay everyone, that's my video for tonight. I wish all of you watching, everyone on booktube, all my subscribers, all my viewers, all other booktubers, everyone in the community, a very happy New Year. Have a wonderful New Year's Eve. Take care of yourselves. I hope it's a good one. and I look forward to chatting to you in the new year. I will be releasing my January TBR, hopefully tomorrow. But until then, yeah, take care of yourselves. If you enjoy my content, please be sure to like and subscribe, and keep those pages turning. Take care of yourselves. Cheers.